A flash of colour, gone before you can follow it. It doesn't sit still for long, never giving you the time to catch up. Always just out of reach, always one step ahead. Branch to branch, darting through the trees. You catch a glimpse, then it's gone again. Small, fast, and always busy. There's no pause, no moment of stillness. Blink and you missed it, and yet it's always there. Moving through the same spaces pass right in front of you. Seen countless times, but rarely truly watched. One of the easiest birds to overlook and one of the hardest to really see. But if you slow down and keep your eyes with it, something starts to stand out. Sometimes you didn't notice before. In these branches, that flash of blue you keep seeing, it's always been there. Just out of reach, just out of focus. But when it feels confident, it doesn't hide anymore. It shows itself. This is the blue tit. Small, but full of detail. Measuring around 11 to 12 centimetres from beak to tail, with a wingspan of just 18 to 20 centimetres, it moves lightly through the trees. A bright mix of colour, blue wings and tail, a soft yellow chest split by the dark line running down the centre, and that mistakable head of blue cap, framed by bold white cheeks and a dark line through the eye. Part of the tit family, a group known for their agility and intelligence, perfectly designed for life in the trees. Perfectly designed for life in the trees, but this is not a bird that stays hidden for long. Through the warmer months, it feeds mostly on insects and caterpillars, carefully picking them from leaves and bark. A small hunter, constantly searching among the branches. When winter arrives, its diet begins to change. Seeds, nuts, and fat-rich food become much more important. You can see how this little blue tit is making use of a coconut feeder. Along with seeds and peanuts, these provide an easy source of energy for one of our busiest woodland birds. What's interesting here, this blue tit has chosen a single branch to feed on. Holding a pellet firmly in its claw, it pecks at it carefully, breaking it into small pieces. A simple technique, but an effective one. It even returns to the same spot again. Perhaps this has become a favourite feeding perch, a place it knows it's safe to stop for a moment. And once the food is gone, the searching doesn't stop. It begins pecking at the branch itself, checking the bark, looking for anything hidden beneath the surface. Because for a bird this small, every opportunity for food matters. Even when it pauses like this, the blue tit is never truly resting. Its head is always moving, watching the branches around it, listening for movement and keeping track on other birds nearby. And moments like these are also used for preening, carefully cleaning and arranging its feathers, removing dirt and keeping them in good condition for flight and warmth. In woodland like this, staying alert is just as important as finding food. Tiny birds like this live fast lives, and every moment of awareness matters. Along the very tips of the branches, the blue tit becomes even more precise in its movements, stopping at each tiny bud, examining them one by one, because these small pods are more than they appear. Hidden inside them are insect eggs, larvae and tiny caterpillars. Food that's easy to miss unless you know exactly where to look. With its light weight and quick balance, the blue tit can reach places larger birds simply can't. Carefully checking each growing shoot, pecking at the surface, listening, watching. Especially in early spring, this careful searching becomes even more important. Soon, it may need thousands of these insects to feed a single family. So every branch is explored, every bud inspected, because in the woodland, even the smallest detail can be a meal. And eventually, the careful searching pays off. Woodland like this, blue tits often choose their natural openings in trees. Small cavities hidden in the trunk or narrow spaces among the branches. Places that offer protection from weather and predators, and a safe start for the next generation. Dense shrubs nearby provide extra cover, allowing the adults to move quietly as they return again and again with food. Footage was taken in late winter, moving into early spring, a time when blue tits begin searching for nesting sites, returning again and again to suitable cavities, checking inside and preparing for the busy weeks ahead. And even when the nest is hidden from view, the woodland around it is never still. Somewhere among these branches, a blue tit is already moving again. Searching, calling and continuing the quiet work of the season. It's easy to miss moments like this, but once you start noticing them, the woodland begins to feel very different. Returning to the same box, something has changed. From inside, small calls can now be heard. The sound of hungry chicks waiting. An adult blue tit leaves briefly before setting off once again in search for food. And then, a rare glimpse, one of the chicks appears at the entrance. Small, still growing, waiting for the next meal. In perfect timing, the adult returns, food delivered, before disappearing into the trees once again. A blue tit may raise large families, sometimes with 8 to 12 chicks to feed, meaning the search for food rarely stops. Working with the blue tit has been a real challenge to film. It rarely sits for long and always seems one step ahead of the camera. But when the sun comes out, that blue and yellow suddenly stand out beautifully among the trees. And whenever I see a blue tit moving through the woodland or the parks, it always feels like it brings the whole place to life.